Hey, bud. Hopefully we can set up a Zoom meeting, and then Vince on the Treasury Board side, we have to do another presentation to them. But anyways, we'll keep in touch. Hey, Bo. Hey, Bo.
I started skating in the fields on a frozen slough. Believe it or not, we used to skate on the roads right on the res when they were frozen. You know, I started working a job at a very young age, at 12 years old, and saved enough money to buy my own truck and my own equipment. And I used to sneak to my hockey practices when I was 14, driving my own truck to practice and parking it down the road and walking down the street with it, acting like I walked to practice. But eventually the coach caught on and told me no more of that. Hockey was a big part of our childhood. I just started making higher teams, and we always just wanted to win and compete and just working hard. I always strive myself at working harder than everybody else. I've had fans in the penalty box, they poured beer on me and called me an effing Indian, told me to go back to the res. The way I played hockey was competitive and fierce. A lot of people didn't like it, so the race card always came out. If I go back to all the racism deals that I dealt with, I could probably write a book about it, but now I'm trying to make things a little different or make things better for the future Indigenous or First Nation kids that are coming up, or also just the people of different diversities, and make it so we can talk about it openly and clearly. And it's not so much about uncomfortableness or racism. It's more about inclusiveness and diversity and equality and acceptance. It's something that I'm passionate about changing the culture for, that's for sure. The hockey culture and the sports culture.
There's a Alberta town, Killam, Alberta. Their whole name was called the Killam Indians. It was one of the most ignorant places to go play if you're First Nation. The Killam Indians, you know, it's a culture that's hard to change because that racism has been there for hundreds of years. But just now people are speaking up with social media and TikTok apps, and everybody's got the freedom of speech. But now things are slowly changing.
I remember playing hockey in BC. There was probably about 20 or 30 guys looking to frickin' kill me outside of a hockey arena. And they had RCMP come there, escort our hockey team out of town. But it was clear cut for me not to say nothing and just to be focused and not even pay attention to it. Majority of the league representation, they were white, Caucasian.
Back in the day, if you did bring it up, you would be labeled as maybe a troublemaker. You're gonna go all the way down and shoot the puck, but you wanna cross over to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. You want about 4 crossovers as hard as you can both ways, but the whole point is to keep your feet moving, keep your head up. So it's gonna look like this. Go ahead. Head up, head up. You try put yourself in their shoes and tell them how good they're doing. And then what I see is my point of view on how they can improve and end it off with a positive. And I think if two positives outweigh the improvement side, they're gonna remember the positives. So you're gonna skate one circle around here. You're gonna pass me the puck in the middle. And then while you're skating around that one whole circle or a half circle, I'm gonna give you the puck in motion and you're gonna come around and shoot it. Keep your head up. Give it here. Good pass. Woo! Hockey is for fun and hockey's a sport. And you know, it's about respect. It's grooming young individuals to be just good people and enjoy the game and enjoy the sport of hockey. Because you're going into Bantam this year, you got to be able to have your head up, okay? If you drop your head, some big kid that's 6'1" is going to run you right over. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. There you go. Really good job there. 98% of my opportunities in life came from hockey or sports, and I've nothing but good things, but it's 1% to 2% that was very tough to talk about. I think it's important that the people of diverse cultures create the content so we can come up with the proper education to teach everybody about diversity, equality, inclusion, and respect. When I was young, I was put on a horse right away when I was a baby, like literally months old. When you grow up on the ranch, working hard, feeding animals, fixing fence, helping your dad, it builds that workman-like mentality when you go into hockey. Year after year, we just won championship after championship, right from bantam, midget. I think it was the ranching background that gives you that hard working philosophy in life. And rodeo made me tough for hockey. And then when I was done hockey, I went back into rodeo. Hockey helped me on the mental side in preparation to compete in rodeo again. They kind of went side by side. Two different animals, and you mix in two horses, a storm can happen. Sorry about my language, but sometimes it happens. When you think about it, it's a pretty crazy lifestyle, but it's you grow up around it, but that's who you are. It's in your blood, it's in your DNA. Rodeo run. Speed it up. Speed it up. Switch hands. There you go. Good job.
He's very caring, and he's very compassionate at what he wants to do in life. And he loves helping others. He's helped me a lot with everything. He taught me how to skate, and he taught me how to ride horses. He's teaching me how to be a better person in life.
We're just trying to teach our daughter for her to make her decisions, but we're just trying to lay the positive role models in front of her. But, she's teaching us lots too. So it's a team. It's definitely a team.
Oh my gosh, he's so bad with tech. So he needs help with a lot of stuff. He doesn't really know how to put up Zooms even. And he sometimes needs help with his phone, putting on his alarm and reminders for his meetings. She's
a good girl. So I'm really proud of her.
Well, he'll tell you a whole nother story, which is not true.
Oh, geez. She was stalking me on the internet for a long time.
He would say that I stalked him, or he'd say like something with having to do with secret love potion that he had in his hand, and he blew it, and then I walked by.
We just met up at a hockey tournament in Saskatchewan and started seeing each other and dating. We had a lot in common.
He was on this team called Standing Buffalo, and he was playing my brother's team. And I was like, oh my gosh, who's that guy? He's really scoring all the goals and he's really good. And I was like, somebody told me, oh, that's Brent Dodginghorse. He plays pro hockey. And I was like,
Her family's into rodeo. My family's into rodeo. You know, we've been together for quite a while, so it's a good relationship where, you know, I have a lot of lacking skills, and then she picks up for those to help me out. Horses are definitely connected to Indigenous nations and First Nations, and it goes way back. They've got a beautiful spirit. They can sense things that we can't. They can sense emotions, their fear. They can sense people that are unbalanced. They can hear a heartbeat over 100 yards away. I like being around horses a little more. People, I don't know, people can be mean. They can say a lot of bad things and they don't mean it, but those words stick with you. Horses are very, very genuine. Last time I got bucked off was 2 years ago. You know, at that time I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. If it wasn't for that horse bucking me off, I kind of figured I probably wouldn't have knew I had multiple sclerosis, and I kind of figured the horse kind of helped me figure out my journey in life. You know, the cowboys are saying you're always going to get bucked off, but you got to get back on. It's just like the journey, just like life, you know, you hit some road bumps and you get bucked off, but you got to get back on and be tough.
Well, being diagnosed with 5 lesions on my brain through a brain scan, and then 1 month later having 14 lesions on my brain and watching my body deteriorate in a way where I wasn't able to walk, or I wasn't able to see out of my left eye, and being diagnosed was probably one of the toughest things I've ever been through in life, but I don't take things for granted.
He's like so strong, and so we do tend to forget that he does have MS, but when he was first diagnosed, he was very weak. He was like bedridden, couldn't walk, couldn't do this and that, and it was very hard.
When I was bedridden for like 2 months, and I lost about 60 pounds, and It was a tough time in my life. I just started writing down all the things I wanted to do. I wanted to shower in a waterfall. So I found a waterfall in Hope, BC, and I can't do this. My family took me out there and we found a waterfall, and it was Bridal Falls, and we'd done it, and that was one thing I always wanted to do. And the next one was snowboarding on a mountain. The third was just to buy a Harley Davidson and do what I always wanted to do. I think most definitely that there's going to be some ups and downs, and it's not going to happen overnight, but we're pretty determined. We're on a mission right now, and we just keep on plugging away. The kids, in my mind, are open to change because they're very unique when it comes to realizing skin color is not a factor. They're the ones that will be carrying on the positive change and correcting, whether it's a coach or a parent or somebody saying the wrong things. They'll make the positive change. There you go.
He's very kind, and we have those myths about our dads, our First Nations dads, but he's a hands-on dad. He's loving, he's caring, he's so supportive. He's there for us. So all this he's done. He's done for us. And I'm so grateful and thankful for him for being able to do all this so we can still follow and fulfill our goals and our passions. I'm very proud of him.
At the end of the day, we're all brothers and sisters, and it's important that we all get along. Everything that happened to me, I just don't want it happening to the kids coming up. Our way, Tsotena way, is you don't fight it. You teach people how strong our culture was and how proud we are. It's such a hard topic to talk about, but it's the right time.
Rainy days don't seem so wet. Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met, you were worth the wait. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know. Talk for hours, I never slept. Two silhouettes on the concrete steps. We watched the sun as it slowly crept from the horizon to the place we met. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know.